Supa, Steff, it's a bird, it's a plane. It's me. Will Smith, my favorite actor of all time, smacked one of my favorite comedians of all time, the legendary Chris Rock, at the 2022 Oscars. Now, everybody is asking the question, was Will Smith right or wrong for smacking Chris Rock? And honestly, I feel like that's the surface question. That's the question that we really don't need to ask, because any mature adult will let you know we always keep our hands to ourselves. My mama taught me that. My daddy taught me that. You keep your hands to yourselves. I don't care what they say. Keep your hands to yourselves. So we don't need to ask that question. We need to go deeper. The deeper question is, was Will Smith right or wrong for feeling the way that he did when he looked over and saw that his wife, Jada Pickett-Smith, was uncomfortable with the joke that Chris Rock made? And was Chris Rock right or wrong for making the joke about Jada Pickett-Smith? Those are the two questions that I want to examine. In order to examine these questions, let's look at the facts first. Everything you see on TV has a director, whether it's a sitcom, documentary, award show, whatever, it all has a director calling the shots. This year, a black man, Will Packer, he also directed Straight Outta Compton. He directed the Oscars this year. Number 2, in this past year, Will Smith has released a documentary called Best Shape of My Life, following his fitness journey that transformed into a season of self-discovery, and he revealed that he's doing away with his Big Willie public persona and getting authentic, focusing on what's more important to him, being a better father, husband, black man, etc. Number 3, he's nominated for an Oscar a third time for his lead role in King Richard, a movie that at its core is a story about a black man who protects his wife and daughters the whole movie, even to the point where he goes against the grain and makes a lot of people, a lot of powerful people, uncomfortable. Number 4, Jada Pickett-Smith has stated in public that she is dealing with a condition called alopecia, and that's why she decided it's easier to just shave her head because she's losing it anyway. And number 5, Chris Rock is a legendary comedian, and legendary comedians have the ability to make anything funny, and usually jokes are how comedians cope with everything in life. Chris Rock even has a history of hitting Jada with jokes at the Oscars. We all remember what he said about Jada when she boycotted the Oscars back in 2016 for not nominating Will Smith for his performance in Concussion. I hope I don't butcher the joke, but the joke went like this: Jada Pickett-Smith boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited. When he said that, everybody laughed. So let me ask the question about Chris Rock first. Was it wrong or right for him to tell a joke about Jada Pickett-Smith dealing with her hair loss that she's been public about, dealing with her alopecia? I've actually done stand-up comedy, and the one thing I could say is that if I was ever going to tell a joke about somebody who's sitting right there, I don't think I would tell it unless I knew that the person I was talking about was going to laugh along with me and along with the rest of the audience. I don't know if Chris Rock knew Jada well enough to know if she was going to laugh along with him. Maybe he does. I don't know. Knowing that she's dealing with alopecia, I don't think I would have touched on it unless I knew for sure that Jada was going to laugh too. Now, I was watching it live, and when Chris Rock said the joke about Jada, then the joke about Jada was, Jada, you know, I can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane 2. Now, G.I. Jane, the original, it featured Demi Moore famously shaving her head while she was in the military, right? So you can see where he was going with that joke about the head and everything. Everybody laughed, including Will Smith. But then Will Smith looked over at his wife and saw that his wife was uncomfortable. And that's when Will Smith claimed in his acceptance speech that, you know, love will make you do things. And he just felt like he needed to protect his wife, like he's been doing for the past couple years now, learning how to be a better protector, even protecting his cast members, the woman who played his wife and the woman and the young ladies who played his kids and everything like that in the movie King Richard. And so he kind of invoked the spirit of the man he was honoring in King Richard, you know what I mean, which is the father of Venus and Serena Williams. And he went up there and he slapped Chris Rock. Was he wrong or right to feel the need to protect? We're not going to talk about him slapping because we know that's wrong. I don't think he was wrong to feel that way. If I was laughing at a joke about my wife that somebody just made and everybody's laughing, then I saw that my wife was hurt, that would make me change my tune too. Of course, there's several ways to handle it. Now, a lot of people will go as far as to say, well, this is what you signed up for. You're a celebrity. Like, you need to have thicker skin. Comedians talk about people all the time. They talk about everything. That's what you signed up for. It's just normal. And this is true. It is the norm. But the one question that I always ask, and sometimes it rubs people the wrong way, depending on what type of person you are. But I always ask the question, why? I always ask why. Okay, this is how things are. Maybe this is how things always were. But why? Why are things like that? And why do things have to be like that? We can ask those questions. Like, yes, I understand we have to govern ourselves accordingly because that's just how it is. But in my 37 years on this earth, I have discovered that how things are, it doesn't always have to be that way. Just because it's like this doesn't mean that's how it has to be. Is it okay for it to be normal to disrespect people, make people feel disrespected and uncomfortable in Hollywood? Is it okay? Even though these people, yeah, they're entertainers, they have a skill, but they're still human beings. They are not what they do. They are human. They're somebody's mother, somebody's father, somebody's sister, somebody's brother. Now, granted, the Smiths have definitely put themselves in the spotlight a lot, and they put their family business in the spotlight a lot. And when you put yourself in the spotlight, especially like how Jada did with the Red Table Talks, yeah, people going to make jokes about it. They're going to come for you. They're going, you know what I'm saying? Entanglements and all of that. You already know the jokes are going to come when you talk about this type of stuff, when you put that stuff out there. But when you make a joke about somebody's medical condition, I think that's crossing the line, unless you're cool with them like that and you know they're going to laugh at that. That's crossing the line. I don't think we should feel comfortable enough to just say anything to each other, and not considering how it would make each other feel. It's one thing when everybody gets to laugh together. It's another thing where someone is made to feel disrespected and made to feel attacked, made to feel uncomfortable, and everybody else is laughing. That's borderline bullying now. You know what I'm saying? But bullying is not okay just because most of the people in the room are laughing. I'm not saying that Chris Rock is a bully. What I'm saying is everybody should be more thoughtful. Everybody should be more thoughtful. It's not about, oh, everybody's too sensitive. No, I think there were always times where people felt bullied. It's just that now, people are starting to take more of a stand against it. So we got to be thoughtful about this. We got to be careful about this. And Will Smith, of course, he needs to control himself. Whether you're a Hollywood superstar or not, if you're just a regular guy, doing a 9-to-5, you can't go to the job and smack somebody when you feel like they said something you don't like. You know what I mean? That goes without saying. And the fact that you choose the 2022 Oscars, let's be real here. I'm gonna say it. You choose the year where the black man is in charge to get up on that stage and smack Chris Rock in front of all them white people. That made all of us look bad. You know what I mean? When he did it, I was embarrassed. I was like, ooh. Like, I understood where he was coming from. I understood his perspective. I understood Will Smith's perspective. But at the same time, I was like, that was a bad look. I think we all need to zoom out whenever we can to look at everything from as many angles as possible and hear all the different perspectives, try to understand all the different perspectives. So in closing, I'll say communication is needed. I think people need to be a lot more thoughtful. I think Will Smith should have been more thoughtful about how he responded. And I think that Chris Rock should have been more thoughtful about his jokes in general and how he put them together. Like Diddy said right after, I just hope we all can move on with love. You know, and that's it. I'm a little worried that what Will Smith did might taint his career, like for the rest of his career. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the first time anybody ever got slapped at the Oscars, on stage at least. You know, we can go into the history of the Oscars and talk about how you know, black folks were treated back in the day and how they weren't allowed to. We're not even gonna go there though. but so I know this ain't the first time there's been some ludicrous things to happen at the Oscars. It's just one of the first times we've actually seen it on camera. Okay. I hope his career is okay after this. I think I believed him when he was up there giving his speech. I believed he was being authentic when he said what he said about protecting and the mission that he's on, given from God to just be a better man. I believed him. You know, I admire that he was willing to actually stand up for his wife. I admire that, you know, but you just got to use wisdom. That's it. Got to use wisdom. And I know that it's going to be a lot of comedians that's going to be standing up for Chris Rock. He's a legend. He's one of the greatest of all time. They're going to be standing up for him saying, you know, comedians have the right to do what they do and pull out comedy in all different types of scenarios and areas, you know, that might be deemed inappropriate by other people who don't have that much of a sense of humor. Maybe, I don't know. You know, Supa Steff is a birds of plane. It's me. Trying makes me happy, so I'll never stop. I always live in God's imagination. You already know. TMP.
Hello, and this is StephenJPhifer in the house. Welcome to the Steffin Show.
Still got it.